everybody, it's Cheryl-lya here from the Wellbeing Showcase, and today we are spotlighting the work of Jonita, who's going to be telling us all about the wonderful things she's doing for women, by women, and everything about women. Just a reminder that these recordings are brought to you to remind you of the amazing talent that we have on our doorstep. And now through COVID and the post-pandemic, it's now a global village and you can connect with everyone online. And it's so wonderful to have so many people interested in this. And today, Jonita's coming to us from India, so that just shows you how amazing this is. And Jonita, thank you very much for joining us, and it's lovely to have you with us. So would you like to just tell me a little bit about yourself and how you and your work and how you got into it?
Wow, yeah, I'll thank you so much for creating this platform and allowing the world to come together. It's so beautiful to see that technology can help us feel connected despite the social distancing. So thank you so much for the effort. I am a feminine life stylist. I work with women. I assist them to reconnect and remember their feminine energy and wisdom, so that we can bring back body confidence, fulfillment, vitality, and pleasure in our busy lives. So that, in a very small nutshell, is something that I do. And I specifically work with women through my online workshops, moon circles, in-person retreats, which is not happening this year. But again, we have this online platform to connect, to explore, and to deepen our sense of being. So my journey, it's really difficult to explain it in a concise way, because it's been ongoing. But just in few sentences, I am originally from India. And I was born and raised in India. And growing up, I had beautiful vision that women in the West are free, and they are free. They have the freedom to explore themselves more. Whereas, me growing up in India in a much more patriarchal, masculine society, I came from a very privileged family. I had very good education, a good job in IT. I had financial freedom, but I still could not sense a freedom from within. So I had all materialistic freedom, but I always thought that women in the West have more freedom, and I want to go there and I want to experience that. So somehow my life took me to London 14 years ago, and I was quite excited. Like, yes, that's my, freedom pathway. I can now dress like how I want, walk in the streets without feeling any sense of danger, things that I used to feel back in India. I can explore so many things. And London is a city that, you meet so many different people from different cultures. It just opens up your capacity to dream even. So there I was living this exciting life in London, and soon falling into this loophole, I would say, where I realized that a lot of us women, even in the West, even though it looks like we are free from the outside, but it's still not free from within. So soon I started to feel exactly the same thing that I was feeling in India, that I wasn't free from within. And I felt constant pressure, that we are constantly in pressure of looking good and, doing everything on the outside to be loved, to be noticed, to be successful, to be given opportunities. And so there I was, not understanding whether I should go back to India or stay in London. And all of a sudden, and I had a very good job in London in corporate world. And, when you say that those dark nights of the soul moments really hit me at the time my father passed away, and things just crumbled in my life. I did not understand that. How am I supposed to feel as a woman in this modern day society, who also has a connection to something greater than herself, and also how I can bring that into physical practice around. How can I source my beauty, not just from outside? And I was just tired of running, chasing, yeah, all of that thing that we do in a busy city. And hence my journey of exploring femininity started, for as a personal reclamation, which eventually led into me creating this platform for women.
That is so beautiful, and it's, I think it's one of those journeys that so many women can resonate with. And as you say, it doesn't matter whether the east, west, north, south, wherever you are. If you're a woman, you're feeling that sense of where do I belong, and who am I? How what am I doing? So tell me a little bit. What happened with that transformation? How did you sort of then go through that dark night of the soul and come out into the shining, beautiful light of day?
Yeah, so this dark night of the soul, I believe that we have quite a few of them in our lives. There are quite a few moments like this that happens. It's never just one. And I was constantly having that, like life was literally putting me through several dark nights of the soul. I felt first it was the depression that I went into after my father died. And then I started getting eczema all over my body, and it was just spreading. I was on steroids. I wasn't like feeling good, looking good. My health was declining. And then, the job of like Monday to Friday, the cycle of work, the transport, the same routine, then weekends, drinking, binging, all those habits, addiction to alcohol, and all of those things kind of all accumulated. And I just felt really hopeless. So there was this one very moment I remember very well, very vividly. I was in Southwark Park. It was an autumn day, and I went there and I was literally crying and saying, complaining to God, like, why do I have to go through this? I don't understand. What am I supposed to do? And at that time, I was also a very religious girl, I would say. I was a very religious Christian girl who used to read Bible and stuff. So I thought, okay, so God should, provide me in return for my dark nights of the souls. And it wasn't happening. And so I cried, and I was asking for answer. 2 hours later, all my tears dried up, and I just went back home sad, more sad than I was before. So nothing changed in that moment. But eventually, I think, when you really express your emotions into the physical, not on somebody, but into the physical, then things shift. So I started seeing some Facebook ads about an event that was running by a shaman from Glastonbury. So, and she was running a test circle, like introduction circle. I decided to, and it was only 10 pounds. So I thought, okay, I'm just gonna go and explore what the hell this is, and I'm gonna sit by the door. If I want to leave, I'll just run away. It's only 10 pounds, not a big deal. Very skeptical. So I went there, and I remember that circle. It wasn't like a workshop, but it was a circle. And it was my first time experiencing sitting in a circle of women, which was so powerful than just attending a workshop. And I did not run away. I stayed there for 2 hours, crying my eyes out. I just couldn't stop it. And she said, this teacher at that time said something really important that stuck with me, is that many of us in our busy lives have lost connection to our essence. We don't know what our essence is. And the most powerful thing you can give to somebody is to show them their essence. And that made me think, I don't know my essence. What is my essence? I'm a woman, I'm a girl, I'm a girlfriend, I'm a daughter, but what is my essence? And she went on explaining that for women, we have our primary energy, the feminine, and it's our feminine essence that requires us to connect with in order to feel fulfilled in this world as a woman, in a woman's body, in various aspects. So that led me to this inquiry. Okay, I need to find out what my essence is. And she said really beautiful thing, that our essence is lost by the stories of our life, you know, where our job becomes important than living, where relationships become more important than our own needs. You know, all of those things kind of resonated with me really well, the hole that I was kind of trying to fill in my life. So I went on further exploration with her, studied in Glastonbury. I went back and forth in London to Glastonbury, doing more explorations about divine feminine, the essence, and all of that. And every time I would come back to London after my weekend course with her, I would find myself very lonely, not able to share this with my existing girlfriends because they were thinking I was losing it. You know, it's all woo-woo and stuff like that. So, you know, they were like, what is she up to? You know, she's just lost her mind. So I had no one to share it with. So I decided to open up a meetup group, and I called it Exploring Femininity. And soon I had like a group of 6 women join in, and we decided to meet. So we met in my living room for the first time, and we discussed. And I realized that we were from different backgrounds, from different cultures, and we felt similar things. And it was a beautiful resonance that we all wanted to explore. And literally in a month's time, I had 480 women join that meetup group. That freaked me out. And I was like, oh my God, there's so many women. Like, what am I supposed to do with this? And my teacher at the time, she said, maybe it's time for you to step up and begin to share your journey in a way that you can hold others in along with you. And that's where my facilitation experience started. I started learning how to facilitate healing retreats and circles, holding space, and all of that, which eventually became my business called Exploring Femininity. So the name still stays.
Oh, that is beautiful. And it's so lovely to see that transformation of how, you know, as you say, when you connect with who you are at a very, very deep core level, things automatically happen. And that, you know, it's that thing that people think, oh, I can do that on my own, but you can't really. You know, if everyone needs a guide on the side helping them along.
Yeah, especially as women, we sometimes just need to be heard, and that in itself is a big deal, for us to be really heard in our true feelings, and that shifts a lot.
Absolutely, just that very basic core, I see you, I hear you, I feel you, is hugely important. So how long have you been now working with women yourself, you know, sort of with the retreats and doing your personal business?
So now it's been around 7 years. I started in 2012, so it's years. I would.
We seem to have lost sound a little bit. So yes, so sorry, that sound went there a little bit. So you said you've been running your business now for 8 years.
Yes, so since 2012, and I began by running small circles, then moved on to doing one-day retreats, and then weekend retreats, and now week-long retreats in Glastonbury in Spain. And this year I had retreats planned in India, which is not happening as of now. So I also then realized the inquiries that I was getting was also from women from other part of the world who were connecting with my stories. And I am a big time introvert, so I had difficulties, like, you know, going and doing public speaking. So for me, doing women's circle was just about being me and speaking from my essence. And I was attracting similar women from around the world. So then I also set up an online system of working with women, doing circles online and having courses, self-study and guided programs as well. So that's in a nutshell what this company is all about.
That is beautiful. And, you know, and it's really great to see that resilience, given the time that we've got now, to be able to go online and to still be able to spread your message. That's absolutely beautiful. Now, Jonita, tell me, because we've discovered so much, and I would love to sit and chat all day for hours on end, because there's so much to unpick there. But unfortunately,
I'm ready.
yes, unfortunately, we're running out of time. So if you know, if you could tell me, how can people get in touch with you? You know, if they want to do one of the online retreats or the circles with you, how can somebody get in touch?
I think the best way is Facebook. You can look up my name or Exploring Femininity. So I'm very active on Facebook, and I have a private group in Facebook as well, where they can get in touch, or they can check exploringfemininity.com. There is my website with all the work that I do. And I have several online events, free as well as paid, coming up in the next few months. So people can check out and feel the resonance.
Lovely, thank you so much. And to tell me, just if you can give us just one sort of pearl of wisdom, or one thing that you could share with women to take away with them, what would that be?
Something that is coming very strongly these days with the pandemic that we are going through as a collective, I think specifically for us women, it's important to bring back safety into our body. So exploring ways of how we can spend some time, at least 5 minutes a day, sitting with our body and truly listening, because it is high time that we rebuild that connection that it has always been, but we keep, ignoring or not listening or not responding. So I feel that what is extremely important is we bring back this safety by daily communion with our body. And in that ways, we will be able to show up more in ourselves, our authentic selves.
Thank you so much. Jonita, it's been absolutely wonderful chatting with you today. And, I would just encourage women everywhere, get in touch. It's a beautiful process. It's a beautiful transformation. And thank you. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. I'm so happy to speak to you, and I'm so happy to connect with someone from the UK, and it makes me feel like, UK is second home for me. So I'm so happy to connect with women from there. It's such a delight. Thank you for doing this.
It's my pleasure, and hopefully when this pandemic's all over, we can meet up for a circle in London.
Yes, I can't wait for all this to resolve.
Brilliant, Jonita. Thank you so much, and have a great rest of the day.
You too. Have a beautiful rest of the day.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.